Hit record. Look, who's that? Who's that? Mo? Mo. Mo. Okay, hold on. Hold on, baby. Hold on.
That's not gonna work.
Just talk over her.
I won't. She's
Baby.
sad. It's okay. She's too sad.
And I'll film this.
Dude. Riley, you say dude?
Okay.
I'm teaching her dude. This is what our breakfast looks like. Pretty much every single day. It's the exact same thing. Turkey bacon, avocado, eggs, and this, what's the bread called? Subculture?
Base culture.
Base culture. Like keto, sourdough, almond, butter, bread. It tastes incredible. So this is breakfast every single day.
Oh
Do
God.
some deadlifts today, so I'm gonna train, go hit the workout. I was trying to vlog on this, and it's now covered in eggs, and Bradley thinks it's a toy, so there's no using a camera when we're around her. But coffee, breakfast, oranges, trying to get Bradley to eat food. The best way she eats food is beside me or eating off my plate. I usually have to sit on the floor right there, and then she just comes over and takes food on my plate and then eats it. Because she's a stubborn eater, because she's a skinny little girl. But we're bulking her up, getting her jacked on the same process as me. So we eat the exact same food pretty much every single day. Courtney makes me chicken and rice, meatballs and mashed potato, whatever it might be, and we just give her a little bit. So she's eating good.
What do you think, baby?
And she's probably gonna rip through his entire memory card, covered in butter and eggs. So.
Oh, and orange. Oh, look. He's going in for me. Good job, Mama.
But yeah, so that's it. Gonna go to the gym, work out. That's what you guys do.
Yeah, let's go.
What is up, YouTube? Turkey bacon. And she's probably gonna rip through. Yeah, so I'll see you guys there. Locking back in post Dubai trip. I had 48 hours of travel time there, and I was in Dubai for 48 hours, so it was pretty intense. It was an 8-hour time change back and forth. I went to bed at like 4 a.m. every single day, just trying to stay on American time zone. So when I got home, I was locked back in, ready to get back on sleep, because my sleep schedule is very important to me. So we're ready to rock right now. Had a lot of coffee this morning, because I don't know why not. I was trying to beat my jet lag. I feel like I blast melatonin the day after I travel when I want to go to bed. And then when I wake up, I get natural sunlight and drink a bunch of coffee to make myself realize it's morning. But the beauty of that is we just came out with this new Super Pump pre-workout. There's no caffeine in it. It has 8 grams of citrulline, 6.4 grams of beta-alanine, 5 grams of creatine, alpha GPC, citrapeak, huperzine, the right amount of huperzine. Not overdosing on that again, but this is an absolutely bonkers focus and pump product with no caffeine in it. If you want to take it at night and you don't want to be jacked up and awake, not able to sleep, perfect for it. I'm taking it to deadlift today, which might not be the best thing to do, but I don't really care. I'm trying to get some blood flow, and it tastes incredible, and I'm trying out a new product, so here we are. But with all that being said, deadlifting today. I was supposed to do it yesterday, but I got off a 14-hour flight, and I didn't really feel like deadlifting after that, so push everything back till today. Yeah, that's it. I'm on a Zoom call right now while I warm up. Hope they can't hear me doing this. Let's get after it. All right, deadlifts. This phase of my training is focusing on strengthening the right ranges of motion and doing form really perfectly rather than being really strong, so that I can progress in the right way. You'll see that some of the movements I'm doing are like really deep ranges of motion. Like I have a split squat as the second series of training that I do in this workout, and the goal is just really lengthening my hip flexors, getting my knee over my toe, ankle flexion, getting a huge stretch in my quad. Kind of a theme of this, but I'm starting off with deadlifts, where I do a little bit of a quarter rep, an 1/8 rep, I don't know, I pull it up halfway up my shin, put the bar back down, and then all the way up, so 1 1/4 reps every single time. It's fun because I'm only doing 5 reps. Everybody loves doing 5 reps. It's just a lot more fun than doing 20 reps. High volume just sucks sometimes, especially on deadlifts. So building strength and explosiveness so that I can jump and be strong and be powerful in strong, long ranges of motion is kind of what's going on right now. So after the deadlift, I immediately go over and I do a snatch, rip, jump with a slight hip hinge, bringing the bar about mid-thigh, just the bar, it's like 45 pounds, and then jumping as fast as I can, exploding. So I'm getting this like heavy load with much more slower contractile tissue, just dropping the weight, controlling and moving a heavy load, and then moving into much lighter load, just pure explosiveness, training my body to, my muscles to move in different ways. Hashtag Jack Lee. So I need to get Justin down here and explain this shit because he understands it much better than me, but that's the training today. So right now I'm gonna do first set of deadlifts. I'm not trying to go heavy right now. For me, I often will deadlift in my the upper back will start to round. So I'm trying to keep my back really straight for my posture, because my posture sucks and hunched over all the time. So I'm trying to really focus on that right now. So if my legs can move more weight, but my back can't hold more weight, I'm not gonna go heavier. So ascending load, I'm starting with a weight that's not too hard. Gonna keep going up and load, and then in between every set, going immediately over to the jump, back and forth for 5 total sets. Goal is also doing a higher number of sets, because I'm teaching my body new range of motion and new motor patterns. So I need more volume to teach my body how to do them more efficiently. That's the goal. I'm gonna get into it. I'm all warmed up, time to work out. Also, I start without straps, but I need straps. The goal is not grip strength, but I still want to have dope grip strength. So starting without them, but as the weight gets heavier, I got them over here, I will certainly need them. Lost plate. All right, so crazy, can't speak, crazy range of motion split squats is the current goal. I believe this is an OG Charles Poliquin type method, where you're just getting crazy knee flexion, knees driving over your toes, getting a crazy stretch in the hip flexors, just much deeper range of motion than I really ever did in my bodybuilding career. So I'm not really stressing me with crazy weight, trying to keep my body upright, keeping my back leg straight and stiff, so I'm stretching at my hip flexor, and then just crushing my hamstring into my calf, keeping my foot flat on the ground. This is one of the ones where when you're practicing, you can elevate your foot. And I used to do this elevated onto 2 plates, onto 1 plate, and now I've been doing them on and flat on the floor. But luckily now I have pretty good mobility. Pretty good, still working on it. So balance is also difficult for me on this one. It's harder to balance without your foot up, I personally find. I just have still working on my balance. So if I fall over, don't judge me. But that's it, cool. Crazy range of motion, not crazy weight. A little bit of pause at the bottom in that stretch, and then back up. Driving that knee forward and back up, so we should go. All right, so these are the 2 final movements of the bulk of this workout. I have a couple like stretch things after, but it's a mid-pulley wood chop D handle, if you will. Essentially, I honestly barely trained my core at all. Did some light abs, never wanted my waist to grow. Is it gonna grow from being trained specifically rotating marginally? Yes, probably, but it also makes you much more stable, and it's a lot healthier for your spine to be strengthened in all motions. So it's pretty much like an ab core workout, rotating the body where I'm strengthening my core as it twists. So when I'm running, playing basketball, trying to do more functional shit in the future, pick my daughter up from the side, rotating, moving, anything other than a straight unilateral movement in a deadlift or a squat, I'm a little bit stronger and more functional in that. And then it's a abduction glute kickback. So instead of kicking straight back where you're just trying to fire a glute, I'm sideways to the cable and I'm abducting my leg. So I'm trying to keep my leg from coming in because the weight is pulling me backwards. Going through that range of motion, strengthen my glutes. Because again, everything I did was in a straight range of motion for a linear range of motion, whatever you want to call it, for a very long time. So gonna do these 2 little stretches and then go get some food because your boy's hungry. All right, just wrapped up that workout. I just made the horrible mistake of putting some dark chocolate whey into a bottle that had EAs and pre-workout in it that I didn't rinse out. So I got a little bit of a fruit, sweet flavored dark chocolate protein, but honestly it doesn't taste that bad. I'll go fuck because gains are more important than the flavor. The other wrap on that workout, essentially what my split looks like right now is my lower body days are a lot more strength-based / functional. Trying to build motor patterns, explosiveness, range of motion, stuff like that, because I want to be able to run and move, and a lot of that is lower body. And then once a week right now, in this current phase, I'm doing a hypertrophy workout, so I'm able to still get the pump that I need. And then I have like a hybrid style workout, upper body as well, where I'm doing like the band barbell, shaky barbell thing, speed presses, so some chest and some back and some heavy dumbbell rows. So overall, I'm still mixing in like a good amount of functionality and hypertrophy. And then because I have less hypertrophy, I just have to make sure I'm like killing my muscle in those workouts. So essentially, I've been trying to make my body more athletic for like the last year, but I had the shoulder injury, which took me out for 4 to 5 months, which sucked. And then I was traveling all over the place and I lost a bunch of weight, and I was like, I'm skinny, I just want to get big again. So I went back to hypertrophy, and then I was training hypertrophy for a while. I got my muscle back pretty quick, and then I was like, oh, I still can't run, I'm not as functional as I want to be. It's like, no shit, like that age-old quote, if you keep doing what you've always done, you'll always be where you've always been. I wasn't making a change. So finally I'm like, you know what, fuck it. I'm finally gonna start stretching at night. I'm gonna start opening up my hips every night before I go to sleep. 15, 20 minutes before bed, I'm stretching. I'm gonna commit to this training program, not being strictly hypertrophy, training how I'm used to, doing what I've always done, because my body hurts, it doesn't move, it's not mobile, it's not how I want to feel anymore. And if it means I'm sacrificing making gains for a while, then it is what it is. And so far, given that I've been pretty strict on my nutrition, just eating clean, and I'm still keeping like the intensity into my hypertrophy workouts, I haven't lost much muscle from where I was. I'm not a skinny bitch quite yet. And my mobility is definitely getting better. I can feel my hips. Like I could like sit, and that is impressive for me. I know most people can like pull their foot up to their face probably, but for me to be able to put that foot up there, that was a little tighter. Without having to pull it up myself and sit like that. Before I couldn't even get my leg up, I'd be like, struggling. So the hips are slowly opening up. Next thing you know, as soon as I can move, then I can even probably put more hypertrophy back in, because it's a lot easier to maintain than it is to build. Just like muscle, if I've had it before, it's easy to get it back, it's easier to hold than it is to make it. So trying to balance right now what I want my body to do and how I want my body to look. But that's the season of life. So I'm gonna go home, get some food. That's really all I gotta say. I don't know what the fuck to say on YouTube half the time.